Heyo, your friendly neighborhood quarter guy here. And today, gaming has lost a legend. Hiroshi Yamauchi, the former president of Nintendo, who made the company what it is today, has passed away at the age of 85. For those of you who don't know who he was the man who took Nintendo from a manufacturer of Hanafuda cards in Japan to an icon that revitalized the video game industry. Were it not for him, the video game industry would most likely be dead. We would not have the Nintendo Entertainment System, we would not have Mario, we wouldn't have Donkey Kong or Zelda, we wouldn't have Pokemon. Heck, we probably wouldn't even have modern games like Halo and Team Fortress 2. It would all be nothing. So this man was almost single-handedly responsible for transforming the video game industry into what it is today. So, a moment of silence. So, anyway, time to lift it down or move. So, I also heard today that Jojo's Bizarre Adventure All-Star Battle, a fighting game based on a franchise that spawned one of my running gags, is coming to America next year for the PS3. I am actually quite hyped for it because I've seen footage of the game and it looks awesome. And apparently it's been selling really well in Japan as well. And it's the kind of game I can't wait to get my hands on. As far as my countdown goes, top 10 nostalgic games, it's just almost done. I should be getting my new intro theme this weekend, so once I get that, I can finish the countdown. But after that, I have a lot of ideas, and I'd like to ask what your opinion would be on. It's like, what you think I should do after that. It's like, for October, I'm planning to do my top 10 one more try moments. But after that, I'm thinking of possibly doing top 10 worst Robot Masters, top 10 pirates in video games, maybe top 10 fire levels, top 10 cult classics. Oh, by the way, I am also thinking of doing a CinemaSins parody. Everything wrong with Mega Man 2. I've gotten a few tweets on Twitter saying I should go ahead with that. However, that's just going to be a side project. It's not going to be a main project by any means. But it might be fun just to do. Anyway, that's all for updates. On to user questions. The first question comes from MadCatMK6. He asks, who is your favorite Arcana Heart maiden? That seems to be the sort of question that might best be answered in another countdown. Who knows, if enough people ask for it, I might actually do it. But as far as favorite characters go, that sort of thing is usually reserved for countdowns. For me, anyway. That is if I feel like doing them. Otherwise, I might just answer it straight up. But this might, since not a lot of people, as far as I know, play Arcana Heart or any of the games in the series, that might be best left to a countdown. If enough people ask for it, that is. Next question comes from NG Kirby. He asks, what's your opinion on Antibronies? To me, Antibrony is just the MLP version of a hater. I don't mind if people don't like a series or show or anything like that. I don't mind people who like it. What bugs me is when those opinions get shoved into my face and opposing opinions get discredited. That is what bugs me about some people. That's why I don't really like fan bases as a whole. It's like, I don't like getting opinions shoved into my face and people saying that I should follow their opinion or otherwise I'm an idiot. That just irritates me. And on that note, I must apologize for the shitstorm I caused on a couple episodes back. I did not mean to cause such a commotion. I apologize. Next question comes from Blaziken God. Favorite underrated countdown artist? Blue Knight 171, no question. I mean, I've seen his countdowns. He does some pretty good stuff. I especially liked his top 10 underrated games. Especially the part where he took a jab at Guild Node. And for the record, I recommend checking that list out. I mean, he's really good, but lately he hasn't been on YouTube at all. I mean, last known activity, 6 months. Hey, Blue Knight, if you're watching this, I really hope you haven't lost your motivation, because that would be a shame. Next question comes from Zach the Thunder King. He asks, favorite power or weapon in a video game? I would have to say the Monado from Xenoblade Chronicles. I mean, it's a laser sword that has the power to take down mechanical enemies from the other side, and it gives its user the power to see the future. I mean, it's amazing what that thing can do. I mean, seeing the future would be an incredible thing. I mean, and not to mention its abilities in combat. I mean, just look at the thing. If you've seen my review of Xenoblade Chronicles, you would understand the number of what the Monado can do. It's just that awesome. It's my favorite weapon in video games, hands down. Final question comes from Terravancer Yo. He asks, what are some of your favorite shippings / pairings / couples in video games? I'm not exactly the kind of person that you'd want to ask that kind of thing to, because personally, I don't ship. But there are a couple canon pairings that really interested me. One was the relationship between Cecil and Rosa in Final Fantasy IV. I mean, that's probably my favorite pairing because Rosa was part of the reason that helped Cecil develop throughout the game. I mean, the bond between them is just very heartwarming, if you ask me. The other for me would be Luke and Tyr in Tales of the Abyss. Because mainly, Tyr was a huge factor in Luke's character development. Any of you who've played Tales of the Abyss would understand why. For those of you who haven't, I won't go much farther because of spoilers. But if you want more pairings, I suggest you look elsewhere.